The midterm elections as Democrats try to hold on to the House this November. They're facing a wave of retirements in Congress that will make that job a lot more challenging. And as we found in one Illinois House race, Republicans are hoping to take advantage of some open seats to bring new voices to Congress as they look to take back control of the House. Here's ABC's Averi Harper.
We can fire Nancy Pelosi.
This is Esther Joy King, a Republican who narrowly lost her 2020 congressional bid to Illinois Congresswoman Cheri Bustos. But the five-term incumbent Bustos is now one of 32 Democrats not running for re-election in the House.
Retirements are a part of the natural cycle.
So with momentum behind the Republican Party heading into November, King is back at it with her eyes set on victory.
Because we came so close last time, we knew we were going to have a great shot at winning in the 2022 election.
The 35-year-old is a part of a wave of millennial congressional candidates vying for a chance to bring their ideas to Washington, where elder statesmen dominate on Capitol Hill.
As a young person, what I believe I bring to the table, I believe I bring energy and motivation and passion and creative ideas. But how do I bring those elements to the table and partner with the wisdom and experience and know-how of generations that are older than me and really build better outcomes? Each generation is bringing what we're good at and what we've learned and what our life experience has taught us. Then we can create even better policy on the other side of working together.
King is an attorney who grew up on the Mexican side of the southern border in Ciudad Juarez, where her parents were missionaries and raised her with her siblings.
You talk about a pathway to citizenship for those who were brought here at a young age. You talk about compassion. You talk about the fact that the U.S. is a nation of immigrants. Did that experience in Mexico as a child shape the way that you feel about that?
Yeah, certainly. It certainly does shape who I am. The American communities are overburdened by just the influx and the number of people that are coming across our border. But more so, growing up on the border gave me a perspective also for the people themselves, the people that are coming across. Like, they do have an American dream and they come here to make their lives better. But like right now, they're being human trafficked, and our southern border is being controlled by drug cartels.
King is also an Army reservist and spent time working in Kabul, Afghanistan. In the aftermath of the U.S. troop withdrawal last August, King says she helped evacuate dozens of Afghans, including young women and girls.
I was impassioned and had fire in my belly before, but going through that experience and helping save lives because of the mistakes of our administration, I went from being on fire to being supercharged. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for bringing accountability to Washington, D.C., and it truly matters.
In order to get to Washington, she'll first have to defeat a single GOP opponent in the primary, but she's the overwhelming favorite in the race. Then she would face the winner of the Democratic primary, where the field is crowded. Former local meteorologist Eric Sorensen is one of the Democratic candidates considered a frontrunner.
After a 22-year career as a weatherman, some things stay with you.
After delivering weather reports on air for years, the 46-year-old says he wants to deliver change for this area's voters. Climate change and how it's impacted this rural part of Illinois is the central focus of his campaign.
When folks are looking at the rising cost of things like housing, gas, of food, that climate change might not fall at the top of the list of their priorities. What do you say to that voter?
Well, we've learned here that climate change is a top issue for the people in the district, and it's the tornadoes that are happening in January and November. It's the fact that 7 of our top 10 floods on the Mississippi River here have happened since the Great Flood of 1993. And they know about this because they've had someone on television that has talked with them about it. And that's been me.
Hi, everybody. Jonathan Logeman here. My wife Sarah and I are about to head out for another school day as teachers.
The other candidate considered a frontrunner is Jonathan Logeman, a veteran, local lawmaker, and teacher from Rockford, Illinois. He's also a 35-year-old millennial parent with young children.
All right, girls, say, have a good day. Oh my gosh. We have too few parents of little children here in Washington, and that perspective of balancing everything, right? Generational diversity is imperative in bringing different voices and, seeing the issues that the American people face. I'm a teacher. My wife is a teacher. We face these issues too. And I think bringing that perspective to Washington is something that's very much needed.
While the district was once a Democratic stronghold, it's shifted red in recent years. Many of the counties within the district going for Trump in 2016 and 2020. And with the incumbent Bustos retiring, experts say this race will be a toss-up in November. It's a turning tide that King is hoping to take advantage of.
It's an area that probably voted Democrat 20 years ago because their grandparents voted Democrat, their parents voted Democrat, their union bosses tell them to vote Democrat. But when they realize that, wait a second, these values don't align with what we believe, and when you get to know them, we go to church, we love hunting and sportsmanship, and we support the Second Amendment here in Western Illinois, those voters have started voting Republican. And it truly is an honor to be part of it. Okay.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.